Productivity is less about what you do with your time and more about how you run your mind. A quote of Robin Sharma. Hello and a warm welcome to Live Life to the Fullest. And I'm your host, Mamta. Today we have another special guest with us. She is a personal productivity coach working as a librarian and a counselor, a very skillful computer teacher who is ever ready to bridge in the information needs in order to enhance the learning and teaching experience in an organization. A voracious reader herself, she loves to instill the habit of reading in others, that is, her students. A very soft spoken person, she is Miss Jamshida. Hello, Jamshida. How are you doing?
I am really feeling very happy with this fantastic introduction. And
Thank
thank you very much for inviting me to this platform. And I'm really excited to interact with all of you.
Thank you, Jamshida. It's my pleasure and my honor to have you today on my show. Let me start with the first question. I was going through your biodata and I've noticed that you have done a number of degrees. You are a BSc BA, MA, and a Bachelor of Library Science. That shows your keen interest in learning. So, what motivates you to keep going in for higher studies?
Thank you. This is a question that is close to my heart because education has no end. It's lifelong. I believe that. What motivates me is that uh, when you are going through different experiences and also learning different skills, new learnings, new methods and all, what will happen? No, our brain probably increase. And there is a quote by Henry Ford that is never stop learning. When you stop learning, those who stop learning is old, whether it is in 80s or in 20s. So keep going and keep learning. Otherwise, and the most important thing is to keep a young mind. May I take your channel's name? To live life the fullest. To live life the fullest, you should have a young brain. And the scientific fact is that our neurons, that is the brain cells, that are the and brain cells, there will be when you learn new things, the synaptic connection between the cells is increased. And however broad, high synaptic connection you have, that much your brain power will increase and you will be less prone to the age-related diseases like dementia, memory loss, etc. So, to always keep going by taking incremental challenges, that will keep you deal effectively with the society and with all people of all ages, and you will be you will be a current person always. That means you will have the old knowledge that is currently going on in the world. That will keep you always happy and the people will love you. They will come to you for your suggestions, advices, and everything, and you will have a great life. That's what I'm experiencing now.
Very true, very true. So many are the advantages of learning. So your learning should never stop. It should always
Yeah.
continue. If you really want to remain fresh and energized, and if you want to remain happy, as you say, you always have to keep learning. That's so true, Jamshida. You also have got many feathers in your cap. You are a librarian, a computer teacher, a counselor. So among all these, which is that is one which is very close to your heart, and why?
Indeed, this is what I should say is that I like all these occupations alike because these are service occupations. That is, we are helping people. We are giving service to people, right?
Yes, true.
The teacher, librarian, and the counselor also. We're dealing with people. It's not like we are living for ourselves, only for ourselves. Not only the money part, not I'm telling you about that. And a teacher knows how to scientifically deliver the information to others in an understandable form. and the librarian know where is the source of information, the correct source of information, and is a helping pattern who will dive into the information ocean of information for others, isn't it?
Yes, very true.
Librarian. And then the counselor is, he will view others in through their own view with empathetic view. So the counselor to deal with to help others with their problems, and they help him them to find themselves. So all these, if all these skills are combined in a person, practically he can make wonders in the world,
Very true.
isn't it?
Yes, very true.
So yeah. So what I believe that I will be the person always. The person in me is the same, and only the surface level is changing. I am doing the same in all these categories. My work is same. Only some surface level duties are different.
Yes, but you are getting the advantages of all the the other two into your one stream that you are going. Like being a librarian, you are able to get the knowledge into your teaching. Being a librarian,
Yes,
you
yes.
are getting the knowledge into your counseling. So in and all, you are getting the advantage of being a
Yeah,
librarian,
yeah. Whole,
being a psychologist. You are getting a lot of advantage into your teaching field. That's so nice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so nice. Yes.
Exactly.
So how do you manage all these activities that you are going through? Like, I mean, your job, your family life, your children, and how do you maintain a work-life balance?
Indeed, I have a wonderful family with me, including 4 children and my husband, and in-law parents are also with us. The main thing and the beauty of my family is that they don't wait for me to do the things, do the work done. They will give me the space always whenever I needs. That's it. And I want to say general thing about women. Women, including you and me, and the whole women, they are actually the everyday superheroes. They're shining in the multiple roles like wife, mother, daughter, daughter-in-law, and a professional, and many more are there. So actually, in by playing these multiple roles, what we are doing, we are giving, delivering everything to others. It's like a basket full of apples. We have a lot of, and the apples are our time and energy, and we are giving it to others. And at the end of the day, we find the baskets empty. It should not be like that. That is to have the balance and feeling of balance inside. But we have to keep some apples for ourselves also. That apples are the things we like to do the most, our passion, something like that. Maybe watching a good movie or interesting book or doing a religious ritual, something like that. There should be some activities for ourselves, our own time. That's it. And second, one more thing I want to, when we are getting stressful situation, just step back and look everything in a funny way. Just turn around and see like that, and you just comment like that. Then that will help you to feel fresh. Again, you are coming to that uh, comfort level. That I have my from my own experience. I have that. That that's a great thing I have.
Okay, so the family support is really the most important thing I feel is really needed. Unless and otherwise you have the support from your family, it's very difficult for a woman to proceed or to pursue her career or her dream. That's so truly said. And secondly, the second point I liked about you, you said that keep keep some apples for you in the basket. Like if you keep yourself happy, then you can make others happy. If you are not happy yourself, then it's
Yes,
very difficult to make others happy. That's so
indeed, indeed.
beautifully
What we
said.
have only you have to,
You give it to
yeah.
others. That's
What we have only we had to give.
we give it to others.
First, we must be happy. Then only we can make others happy.
Others
That's it.
happy, and then you can have a balance in all your things that you do. Very truly said. Yes. So it is said that a person is a product of his environment and the experiences that he goes through. So could you share an
Exactly.
incident from your life that really made you very strong person that you are today?
I want to say strength or power for me. It is the winning the hearts of the people. That's it. Influence. That is the greatest strength
Mhm.
for a human being to must achieve. That is what I feel. I have some few incidents, more than one I have. I will just share one.
Mhm.
That is when I was leaving my school in abroad. I was working as a librarian there.
Okay.
Then, well, just 2 weeks before my departure from the school, many students and teachers were coming to my cabin, and there were not much interaction. I don't have much interaction with the many of them. The teachers and somewhere were making so much disturbance in my library hours. Students, some students were, and they were in a very sad mood and telling that, but teacher, we are going, so we'll miss you, like that they were telling. And I got some beautiful gifts from unexpected people also. And I
Mhm.
was thinking what I did to have such influence on them.
Mhm.
Then I got the power of what you call what you are doing, or what is the power of the librarianship as a person. What I am, I just realized. And the teachers and my they gave me what you call the principal and the administrator also admired for me for many things I did, but I didn't know that they were noticing all that. And because I won't say that, I will never say that I did like that. I don't like to say what I did. So what I learned from is that our strength is in the heart of the people, winning the heart of the people. That these They had these feelings to me, because that what I feel is that whenever they come to me for information need, I will give them something, or some in another way I will divert them. I will give them something like that. And they told me that the teachers were telling me the study materials or something I suggested that helped them so much. And some projects also I suggested, academic matters also. And there will be my name will be in all the committees, and I will contribute something of my own. Means from the information sources I have, we are trained for to get the information sources whenever we need. And the latest one also, we are trained like that. Librarians are like that. And they have given me a letter. It's actually experience certificate, but that have all the qualities. I don't know, very wonderful quality they are bestowed upon me, and that made me think that, is it me? That much they were. So that was a really I don't know, memorable experience for me. And I had kept it. It all happened 10 years ago, and I still keep that in a what you call, it's a precious thing for me still now. And when I read that experience certificate, I am really elevated and always keep me going. That's it.
It has made a place in the corner of your heart. Yes, the love that we receive from others, and we never counted on it
Yeah.
actually, but then we really make an influence on their mind, in their hearts, and then the return that we get, it's truly so great. And that really
Yeah,
keeps
it's
us going and makes us
amazing.
very
Yeah,
strong.
exactly.
Yeah, right. So, Jamshid, as elders, we understand the importance of reading, but how do we motivate the small children, of this generation? Like, there are some children who don't go in for reading. So, how to develop that reading habit in them? Because they're more inclined, we find these days, towards playing video games rather than reading.
Yeah, that's a great challenge we are facing as parents, and as librarians also. We're facing that challenge. It's a great challenge. But in the school library, and it's a library, when they come to my world, I will say, because my colleagues will say, you are lucky. You are the queen of your empire. You have an empire in the school. That's I have my own series library. My
Mm-hmm.
teachers will, my colleagues will say, you don't have the hectic schedules of taking classes, fashion and all like that. They say. So when they come to my empire, I have many strategies and ways to inculcate the reading habit. That is, we have reading cards we have. So we'll give the reading cards to assess the level of the student. So according to that, we are giving the books. And some students will not like the books at all. Then we will give a splash card or some picture, a beautiful picture.
Mhm.
Then they will ask, what is that? Okay, you just look at this book and all, and they will start picture reading. They will start, and slowly, what is this picture and what she is doing like that? I will ask, and they will slowly they will start reading. And one more thing is that when this Harry Potter movies or books or something, when I suggested, they will ask, "Ma'am, why we need all this? We have seen that movie." Or when a fairy tale, some Rapunzel or something, I will say, "Ma'am, that the story of that girl with the long hair. We have seen that cartoon. Why you are reading this book?" They will ask. Then I will tell, "Okay, you see that video game and movie, right? Yeah, I have seen." Then have you seen a difference in that? Is it fairness like that? Is the context is like that? You just look at this book. The scenario is the same as in the Harry Potter movie. Is the Harry Potter was when he was going in that place? Is that place was like that? Or the magician was his appearance was like that? And they will you just give me some differences or context. So you will give me, and if prepare an article or prepare some essay like that, then definitely they will there will some changes will occur in their behavior. Slowly they will do like that. I will ask them questions like that, and if they do very well, I will announce in the English in school assembly, or and it will display notice board, and the whole school will know about that. And they want to see their name publicly, so they will do anything for that, and give them abundant compliments. They will do everything.
Right.
Complimenting
The
is
reward
have a
system
great
works
impact
truly.
on elders and also and for children also.
Hmm. Yes, when you reward them with something,
Yes, that's it.
yeah, it really helps. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. So, as a counselor, what kind of mental patterns or challenges are seen in the current school-going children, and what are the different ways to mold them and handle them?
The most important thing I felt is that they don't have the opportunity to vent out their energy. The parents are nurturing the children well. They are giving food and everything, every facilities are given, but they don't have the opportunity to interact with others. Social interaction is very less. So what is happening now? So something goes wrong with them. They will be like emotionally, they will burst. All the physical energy, everything is bent out there. Then there will be explosion will happen for a small incident. That's it. The great thing we are facing today. So we have to do is that make make them involved in the games. Means games not they're screen addicted. So not like that. They had to go out and interact with other children. We had to have such a system. We had in our child, we are so blessed actually. We have that, isn't it?
Yes, true.
We had our
Mm,
peers and colleagues, we have our classmates with us, no,
yes.
playing with us and everything. They don't have that.
Mm,
And if the problem is too, that's we have the anger management techniques and all. Mainly for children, what I'm doing is that storytelling.
mhm.
Or in a, we'll create a story with an empathetic view. So then that child should look inward. Is it me? Like that, some stories are, as a librarian, I
Mm,
am blessed with such an ability.
mm,
Also, I will get the material from somewhere.
mm,
If I go in with counselor also, the
mm,
materials I had to give or I had to say, I had to deliver is already with me. That's it.
mhm.
And we have some CBT, cognitive behavior therapies, and all for in a therapeutic way. We have so much techniques are there to
Mm.
handle this type of children.
So depending upon the needs, you need to act. So the needs of the different child are different. So depending upon what they really
Yep,
need,
indeed.
some of them are very aggressive and they like bully sort of people, and some of them are very shy
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
introvert. So depending upon like how you need to tackle with them, different ways of tackling with different children, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so from your experience, all this that you have a varied experience, I must say. So what do you want to tell our listeners?
I have to tell a lot of things from different perspectives. Okay, I will tell just say three. From the librarian perspective, I want to tell that. Never, suppose you want to take an important decision regarding your health, wealth, or something like that, don't Google it for the first time and rely on it.
Yes.
Because Google will bring you 100,000 answers for a single question. But it is not sure it is authentic or not. So I will say, there is a quote like that. A library can bring you the correct one. I'm not telling that great thing about librarian. What I want to say is that consult the expert in this particular field. That's better. Before taking a decision, take the advice from, suggestion from those who are in the field. And the second thing, as a psychological counselor, what I want to say is that always never expect gratitude from anyone. Do everything with a honest heart. That is the great principle I hold in my life is that always love and take care of the people below the sky. Then the Almighty, the Supreme Power above the sky will take care of you, love you, and your life will be full of happiness and satisfaction. Not happiness, satisfaction, success, success. That is the success that is convincing to your heart, not by the people around you. That's it. And the third thing is that you everything is happens for a reason. Accept that. Accept everything as a challenge that will keep you going always and always.
Thank you so much. That was
That's it.
really wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. There is a reason for everything happening. Very true. Yeah, thank you so much, Jamshida, for being with me today in my show. It was really very insightful and straight from your heart. I wish you all the very best, all the success in your future course. Thank you so much. It was really
Thank you very
great.
much.